Good morning, students. Welcome to your physics class. I hope you are doing good and are in good health. So let's start with our class. Good morning, students. In our previous class, we have studied law of conservation of momentum. So what does this law of conservation of momentum says? It says that when there is no external unbalanced force is applied on the objects, then the total momentum of two objects before collision and after collision remains same. That means the the total momentum of the two object doesn't get changed with the collision. Okay, this total momentum remains conserved means unchanged. Okay, so in our today's class we are going to solve few numericals related to law of conservation of momentum. All right, our first question is question number 11 of NCERT book, page number 128. Okay, what does it say? Two objects, each of mass 1.5 kg. Okay, there are two objects and each having mass 1.5 kg are moving in the same straight line but in opposite directions. Okay, the velocity of each object is 2.5 meter per second before the collision, which they during which they stick together. Okay, what will be the velocity of the combined object after collision? Okay, so what they have asked us to find out the velocity of the combined objects after collision. Why the combined object? Because both the objects during the collision they get stick together. Okay, so considering the total mass, we have to calculate the velocity of the combined object after the collision. Okay, so just write it whatever is given in the question. Okay, so students, this is what they have given us in the question number 11, that both are of mass 1.5 kg each, and both are traveling with the initial velocity as 2.5 meter per second and 2.5 meter per second. This is the case of before collision, and uh, and they both are traveling in a straight line but in opposite direction, means against each other. Okay, so what will happen? After some time they will collide, and will stick together and will move in certain direction. I am considering that they will move towards rightward direction. It's just simply my assumption. Okay, now they will move with certain velocity, and this velocity they have asked us to find it out. Okay, so we know that what law of conservation of momentum says. It says that momentum doesn't get changed by the collision. So what does this mean? It means that the total momentum before collision will always be equal to total momentum after collision. Okay, so what is the total momentum before collision? It is the sum of the momentum of two objects. Okay, so it will be what? It will be, we know, let's assume that this is momentum. It is having momentum p1 and it is having momentum p2. Okay, all right, and this is, since it is the what, initial momentum, it is also initial momentum. Why initial momentum? Because we are considering the case of before collision, so I am considering both as initial momentum. This is the initial momentum of object A, and this is the initial momentum of object B. So I need to find it the total momentum, total initial momentum, that means total momentum before collision. So what will be the total momentum before collision? It will be my P1I plus P2I. Okay, So now it will be what? My total momentum before collision. Okay, and we know that the total momentum before collision will be equal to the total momentum after collision. So first find the total momentum before collision. We know that the initial momentum of object A is what? M1 U1, isn't it? So write M1 U1 1.5 into 2.5. Okay, now plus, now the total momentum of now the initial momentum of object 2, initial momentum of object 2 will be what? Mu means M2 U2. Okay, now see one thing, that here the object was moving towards rightward direction. Now, suppose rightward direction is my positive direction, then leftward direction will be my negative direction, isn't it? Now, since we know that velocity is what? A vector quantity, so we need to see the direction as well, isn't it? We need to consider the direction also. So here I am taking u1 as plus 2.5 meter per second. Okay, since it is towards rightward direction. So while mentioning or while taking u2, we have to consider it as minus 2.5. Why? Because it is moving opposite to the u1 direction. Okay, now u2, while mentioning u2, will mention minus 2.5. Okay, so here in calculating the initial momentum of object 2, we will consider u2 as negative. So P2I will be what? M2U2, isn't it? So it will be 1.5 into minus 2.5, isn't it? So it will be what? 1.5 into 2.5 minus 1.5 into 2.5, isn't it? This will be my total initial momentum, isn't it? So this will result in what? 0. This will be my initial momentum. If the initial momentum, that means the momentum, total momentum before collision, if it is resulting in 0, then my total momentum after collision will also be 0. Okay, so if the total momentum after collision will be 0, so my momentum, okay, total momentum, this will be my total momentum, isn't it? The final momentum of object 1 plus final momentum of object 2. Okay, this will result in what? 0, isn't it? If this will result in 0, this will be equal to what? The momentum has value what? Mu. So it will be what? Mass m1 plus m2 into v. Velocity, we know velocity will result in 0 meter per second. Okay, so the velocity after the collision will be what? 0 meter per second. Okay, now question number 13. A hockey ball of mass 200 gram traveling at 10 meter per second is struck by a hockey stick so as to return it along its original path with a velocity at 5 meter per second. Okay, calculate the magnitude of change of momentum. We have to calculate the magnitude of change of momentum occurred in the motion of the hockey ball by force applied by the hockey stick. So now what is given here? The mass is given as 200 gram. So we need to convert it into its SI unit, that is kg. So it has become 0.2 kg. Okay. Here the situation is that the hockey ball is first, it is moving towards the hockey with a speed of 10 meter per second. So this is what its initial speed, okay, of the hockey ball. Now after it has got strike with this hockey, its direction has changed towards leftward direction. Okay, so now you need to take care of the direction also while mentioning the values of final velocity and initial velocity. Okay, now it has its speed has changed from 10 meter per second to 5 meter per second. So now what we have to calculate, we have to calculate the magnitude of the change of momentum. Magnitude means just the value, not its direction. If the direction comes as positive, assume that its direction is coming as plus a, so you have to take a as its answer. Okay, and if its value is coming as minus a, then only you have to take only the magnitude. Magnitude means just a. Okay, and you have to ignore the sign if they have asked you to calculate just the magnitude. Okay, and if they don't mention the word magnitude, then you have to then the entire answer will be your answer. Okay, your final answer. So now here you have to calculate the magnitude of the change in the momentum. So what is the change in the momentum? It will be what? P2 minus P1, or we can write as final momentum minus initial momentum, isn't it? This they have asked you. Okay, now first calculate its initial momentum, then calculate its final momentum, and then subtract them. That will result in your answer. Okay, so initial momentum will be what? Initial momentum will be pi. Okay, the initial momentum is mu and the final momentum is mv. I have put the value, so it has come plus 2 and minus 1. Okay, now we know that momentum has SI unit as kg meter per second. Why? Because this is what? This is mass, SI unit of mass, and this is what? The SI unit of velocity. And the product of mass into velocity is my momentum. Okay, so now what will be the change in the momentum? It will be final momentum minus initial momentum will be what? My change in the momentum, and the change is only asked to you. Change in momentum, isn't it? So now here what will be the answer? Final momentum is what? Minus 1, and initial momentum is what? Initial momentum is plus 2, isn't it? So it will result in minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3. And since the difference will also be the value of the momentum only, isn't it? So the SI unit is kg meter per second. So this is our answer. Okay, now one more thing. In your question it has been asked to find the magnitude, only the magnitude of the change in the momentum. Change in the momentum has value minus 3. Okay, and this minus sign indicates the direction. Okay, and the value 3 is indicating what? Magnitude. Okay, and they have asked you to calculate the magnitude of change in the momentum. So your answer will be 3. Okay, if you will write this entire answer, then still it is correct. And if you will see in the backward of your NCERT book, it there will be given 3. That means they have asked you to calculate the magnitude of change in momentum. So they have written just 3 and they have ignored the minus sign. Okay. Now question number 14. A bullet of mass 10 gram traveling horizontally with a velocity of 150 meter per second strikes a stationary wooden block and comes to rest in 0.03 second. Calculate the distance of penetration of the bullet into the block. Okay. Also calculate the magnitude of the force exerted by the wooden block on the bullet. Okay, there are two things that are being asked. First is calculate the distance of penetration of the bullet into the blot. You have to calculate the distance. Secondly, you have to calculate the magnitude of the force exerted by wooden block on the bullet. Okay, so you have to calculate the force as well. Okay, now you know mass is what? 10 gram. So you have calculated it into kg. How? 1 kg is 1000 gram. So I have got the answer as 0.01 kg. Okay. Now initial velocity is given as 150 meter per second. Okay. The example is that a bullet is coming in this direction, going in this direction. Okay, and with a force. Okay, and the bullet is having mass of this much kg. Okay, so after striking it stops at certain point. Okay, so it will penetrate to some at some distance, and that distance is being asked to you. Okay, to calculate that distance of penetration. Okay, and time is given as 0.03 seconds. All right, so now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the distance first. Okay, so how will you calculate? You know, this is my first equation of motion. Okay, so just put the values. Final velocity is 0 meter per second. Why? Because after penetrating certain distance, this bullet gets stopped. So my final velocity is 0 meter per second. Okay, my initial velocity is 150 meter per second. Okay, acceleration is not given to me, so I am taking it as A only, and the time is given as 0.03 seconds. Okay, so what will be the value of acceleration? It will be minus 150 divided by 0.03. Okay, and we know acceleration has SI unit as meter per second square. Okay, now calculate the value of acceleration. Now we have got the value of acceleration as minus 5000 meter per second square. Okay, now using the third equation of motion. Why am I using the third equation of motion? The reason is that we know the value of velocities, final velocity, initial velocity, isn't it? And we have also calculated the value of acceleration, and we are asked to calculate the value of distance, isn't it? So the distance is also there. Single equation and one unknown variable, that is distance. Okay, so now put the values. 0 square minus 150 whole square is equal to 2 into minus 5000 into s. Okay, after solving you will get 2.25 meter. Okay, now another question is being asked. They have asked you that also calculate the magnitude of the force exerted by wooden block on the bullet. Okay, since this bullet has exerted force on this wooden block, so according to third law of motion, the wooden block will also exert the same amount of force, but exactly in opposite direction. Okay, so they have asked you to calculate the magnitude of the force, okay, exerted by wooden block on the bullet. Okay, so what will be the value of force? Force, we know it is what? Ma, isn't it? And the mass we already have 0.01 from here. Okay, now put the value 5000 minus. Okay, so it will result in 50 Newton minus. Okay, now they have asked you to calculate the magnitude of the force. So magnitude, only magnitude, means this will be my answer, 50 Newton. I will ignore this direction. Okay, it will be correct, but the proper answer will be what is asked to you. What is asked to you? The magnitude of the force. So magnitude is what? This is my direction, minus sign is indicating the direction. The magnitude is what? 50.